What up, my cancers? I hope you guys are doing really, really good. I was gonna say I ate a couple of y'all this past week, but that would be improper, right? So while I was in Cabo, I was eating some crabs, and I was like, oh, the cancer made me think about this reading. It's like I really need to get y'all guys going. So I hope, like I said, you guys are doing wonderful. This is going to be your April 2019 reading Terrascope. I see for a few of y'all are going to be getting some good news about money. This could be a refund check, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is a new job. Some of you are definitely dealing with jobs where there's travel involved with it. I feel like for some of you, you could even be working a job where you get a company car. For a few of you, this might even be working on the road. But I do see for some of you, there's a lot of driving that's popping in for April and May. If you've been procrastinating, you need to kind of drop it. I know it's the Achilles heel. Air signs have it horribly, but I do see some cancers are definitely going to be having some type of procrastination about moving forward. For some of you, I even feel like you need to get a new vehicle and you're like, okay, maybe I can drive this one another year. Maybe I can pull another couple of months out of it. If it's smoking, if you got too many car issues or repairs, you might have to let it go, cancers, and get you a new vehicle. Some of you are like, fuck that. I don't want to do it. I don't want that car note. I feel you on it. I just paid my car off. Was it last year? Last year. So I know how you feel. But I feel for some of you, you may not have a choice. I do feel like some of you are going through a major change, but you're fighting it. It's like, I'm not ready for it. I don't want this stuff to happen. Some of you, this could be menopause. Some of you, unfortunately, are coming to the conclusion that you can no longer have children. And I'm sorry, especially if you wanted it, because I feel like somebody is really disappointed and thinking I should have did something to my ex. I should have done something to my ex. I do feel like it could be for some of you, it's a change with your body. So I feel this is menopause. If you're having issues with your cycle and you're not really sure, then you probably need to go to the doctor and get checked out just to make sure. For some of you, I feel like you want to, either you are with somebody who wants to have a baby and you're not ready, or the person is like, I don't want kids right now and you're ready. I feel like there's some type of debate going back and forth with kids and children. Something about the timing being off. For some of you, I feel like you may even find out that you are pregnant and you hadn't planned for it. And some of you, it's like, oh God, when is it going to happen? So there's a lot of energy around fertility and pregnancy. My thing is, if you're not trying to make it happen, protect yourself. If you are trying to make it happen and you're having issues and nothing is coming the way you want, then it's time to go to the doctor and get checked out. For some of you, you may have gone through menopause early where you thought you had more time. And now you're feeling like I've run out of time because something is going on with my cycle. So please be careful with that. Some of you definitely are going to be dealing with a love from the past. Now, we were in Mercury retrograde, so it's bringing back a lot of people that want to come back in. So don't be surprised if I feel like this person just recently got divorced. And this may be for a particular person, but I feel like somebody got divorced. They found you on Facebook or Instagram or social media, and it's like, I want to connect with you. I want to see what's going on with you. Can we connect? For some of you, you've been waiting. You've been dreaming about this person, and it's like, hell yeah, I've been waiting for you for the last 5 years. For some of you, though, I do feel like either you're married or in a relationship and somebody comes back in and they're like, I'm divorced. And you're like, but I can't do anything. So there's this group of people that are free and clear to jump on this. And then there's this group that they want to jump on it, but they can't. Some of you may have a person from the past that comes back and challenges your relationship, causes problems because they open up something in you that you haven't felt. It's almost like finding your true love. And it's like, man, I waited. And then I had to get married. I had to start my family. But I feel like for some of you, you could have somebody that's challenging your family. Some of you may be having arguments with your girlfriend or boyfriend because somebody from your past wants to come back into the pictures. Won't apply to everybody, but for some of you, this definitely will click with. I do feel like your intuition is getting stronger within this month. Actually, it started about a couple of years ago, but I feel like a lot of you are starting to learn how to use it to navigate things, especially when it comes to money and jobs. Some of you are manifesting more, putting more out there, more energy out in the universe, and it's showing that you're getting positive things, positive vibes back from that energy. Cancer 2019 spirit. All right, let's get into it as if we weren't already. Ace of Cups. Some of you have a new love coming in. I feel like if you've been waiting, and it may not be new to all of you, because for some of you, I feel like you've been waiting for somebody. You've been waiting for a message to come in for this person. Like I said, it could have been somebody from the past who's going through a divorce or a breakup, and it's like, I'm free. I'm free. Can we connect? Can we really get together now? And you're like, yeah, this is the perfect time for me. So for some of you, you've been waiting for this energy to come back. For a few of you, this could even be a past life connection, a soulmate connection, where you meet somebody and you feel like you won the lottery. I can talk to you. You get me. We connect on so many levels. For some of you, I definitely feel like this person is coming in quickly. It's like there's a rush, like they've been looking for you or waiting for you, or this could even be vice versa. You get divorced and now you're going to hunt for somebody else. But I do see some of you really feeling like I'm ready. I'm ready to make a love connection with somebody. I do see with the 8 of Pentacles, some of you are working hard. Some of you, I think, are going back to school and you're trying to get your money right. This could even be learning new skills that are going to help you financially. The thing about it is, though, I feel like some of you could be having some conflict with work. You could be having somebody that's an asshole that is either trying to challenge you or cause problems around the job. Here's the thing. You got 6 of Wands, so there's victory. Don't get taken out of character. Don't let somebody pull you out of character with gossip or conversation or arguments. Because I feel for some of y'all could be going through conflicts, and it could have to do with money. Could have to do with somebody either trying to get your position or trying to work something a certain way. And you're like, okay, what the fuck? So for some of you, I feel like if you sit back and do what you need to do, and if it's something important, you handle it. If it's something important to be turned in, you make sure you turn it in. Don't leave it for anybody, because for some of you, you're working with people that are jealous of you. They're envious of you, and they're going to sabotage you. So be really careful about that. For some of you, if you've been having challenges trying to go back to school, it's showing me that there could be a loan or some type of grant or something, financial aid that comes through that helps you. A few of you are having a hard time becoming really financially independent, which means that you don't want other people to have to pay for your bills. So you're trying to focus on doing things more for yourself. But I do feel like your focus may be off. So some of you may have been too distracted by other things that are going on around you, where you're not really clicking to things that are in your environment that need to be done. That could be where the procrastination is coming from too. Some of you may not want to do some of this stuff. It's like, I'd rather go on a vacation, or I'd rather do this than handle this right now. But you need to go ahead and handle your business, because a few of you have somebody that's riding your ass, that they're riding your coattails. They want to get recognition from around you, and your focus is off. For some of you, this focus could be causing you to lose money. Now, I do see workaholic. Some of you could be embodying this energy where it's like, I need to go ahead and do what I need to do. I need to get my money going on, because for some of you, your budget is tight. It's like, I need this money to come in. I really, really need this money to come in. Some of you could even be dating somebody who's very frugal. Like, let's go out to eat, and they want to go to McDonald's, and you were like, oh, I was thinking steak. And they were like, no, I don't spend that kind of money. So for some of you, if you're like me and you like to eat, McDonald's can be cool on the quickness, but every now and then I need the steak, I need the baked potato fully loaded, I need the salad to go. I'm a Texas girl. We don't starve down here. If you can look at these shoulders, these are some strong shoulders. I need food. So for some of y'all, if you're dealing with somebody that's a little bit frugal, especially when it comes to feeding you, you might need to look at this person a little bit differently. For some of you, this could even be you. Maybe you're pulling back, and I don't know, because my sister's a Cancer. Sleep and food. That's what y'all need. Sleep and food. If you don't eat, you don't want to be around a Cancer. If they don't get any rest, you don't want to be around a Cancer. So for some of you, if you are focused on work and you're not taking care of those aspects, yeah, you need to be the hermit over there somewhere in your corner. Other people can't deal with you. Now, it may not apply to every Cancer, but a lot of them, if you don't feed them, you don't want to be around them. So for some of you, I feel like too, you could also be getting bored with a job. You may want something a little bit different. So some of you could be putting your resume out looking for a different type of job. It could be that the job that you have is not paying enough money, and that's why you're being frugal. So for some of you, it's not because you intentionally want to cut your budget down. It's just that you don't have the money to do everything that you want to do. I do see for some of you, if you are involved in a secret relationship with a boss, some of you may be deciding to let it go. Now, I don't know why I got this from these two cards, but renewal is about releasing, maybe moving in a different direction. The Emperor could be a boss or a husband. I feel like for some of y'all, it's a life change that's coming through. I feel like either you waited on somebody to make more of a commitment or to do good on their word, and then they're dragging their heels, and you're like, oh, I gotta go. I'm going through some changes. Some of you, this is spiritual growth. You're seeing things clearly. It's like, I ain't got time to wait on your bullshit anymore. You know, you told me this was going to happen around this time. And, you know, what are we doing? When is this going to happen? So for some of you, you could be walking away from somebody because they promised you something, and even a job. They promised you some money. Oh, there's advancements, there's promotion, there's blah, 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 this and that. And it's not coming fast enough. And you're like, fuck this. I need to move towards something else. So for some of you, you could be taking a new job or getting a job that pays more. You could be walking away from a situation that is not enough money, or your budget is too tight. And you're like, I need to find another job. For some of you, this is working two jobs. I don't see Pentacles, two of Pentacles pulled in two different directions. Normally, that's my working a multiple job type of thing. But for some of you Cancers, I feel like you are trying to get more than one job because you're trying to increase your income. Some of you, you're doing it because of money, for a house, for an apartment. I need to move. I need to get something. I need to get a house. I need to get, and I think I saw this in, who was this? Gemini. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Gemini. But I feel like for some of you, it's like you're working with a goal. It's time to move. And I feel like for a lot of you, you want this thing to happen before summer. And you're worried. You're worried. Is it going to happen? Is this going to open up? And Spirit is saying it's unnecessary worry. You planted the seed. You worked hard. You put a lot of energy into it. So you're like, the money's not there. What the fuck? I need to move. Some of you need to move like yesterday. So it's like you could be in an environment, and Gemini was, I think, the same thing, where the environment was toxic and I need to go. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini person as your partner, where you're in an environment. There could be two people where you're living in a house with other people and you're like, I'm out of here. I got to get out. But I do see there's a big pressure, Cancers, for y'all to move. It's like, I've waited long enough. Let's get going. For some of you, living in the house that you're living in is, especially with King Knight of Cups reverse, some of you feel out of balance. You just don't feel good there anymore. You don't feel happy. Now, we got the Star card that falls on top of the Four of Wands. And this is about getting a stronger foundation, being on the right path. Some of you are going to get good news. You're going to hear from a house, an apartment, or a leasing place that your application was approved and that you are going to be moving. And it's going to give you a lot of energy, positive energy, where you feel like you're moving forward and you're moving into a place that supports you. For some of you, you're moving into a place with a partnership. So you could be moving into a 2-bedroom, or if you're married, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, a 1-bedroom, but you could be moving in with someone. This could be a roommate situation. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be a father and his child, a mother and their child, 2 best friends, lovers. But I feel like for some of y'all, and it could even be a Gemini, you could be dealing with somebody who is Taurus or Gemini, an earth sign or an air sign. So we're looking at Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So some of y'all could be partnering up with somebody and moving into a place. For some of y'all, This even could be getting married and moving somewhere, taking your partner, two people moving forward, building a foundation together. Could be marriage, could be two best friends that are trying to start something, save some money. There is some fears that are coming in if you're trying to move forward. And it fell on top of the Four of Pentacles. So some of you could be worried that there's not enough money or the budget is going to be too tight. And it could be with Balance card in reverse throwing you off. You know, I don't feel comfortable. But it looks like you may have a partner that's like, we can do this. We can do this. Now, for some of you, you're a little bit out of balance with a partner because Three of Swords. Either you feel like this person is cheating or you feel like there's a third party that's going to cause problems. For some of you, you're worried about a third party coming in and causing a problem with this partnership or this move. For some of you, third party doesn't necessarily mean cheating. This could be a best friend that's like, okay, you two are moving in. Nobody invited me. This could be you and your child and you have the custodial, not the custodial, but the, what the fuck is the other parent? Non-custodial. Duh. Non-custodial parent who's like, you're moving in that neighborhood with my child. I don't know about that. I feel like you have somebody that could be trying to slow you down. Definitely could be trying to slow you down. I shuffled these cards good, and I swear this sounds just like Gemini reading. So for some of y'all, you're definitely dealing with a Gemini. I do see that some of you are a little bit afraid that there could be some issues with obstacles from another person, either towards your relationship, whether this is romantic or a friendship. But I feel like some of you feel like there's obstacles that are coming in for a move. Now, the Sun card is showing whatever it is, you're going to get past it. You're going to get past it. You're going to get past the fear of this money situation. You're going to get past the fear of whatever this Three of Swords is. For some of you, you could feel like there's a lot of toxic or emotional pain, and that's why you need to move forward. But I feel like for some of you, if you are walking away from a relationship or an environment, it's because you feel like there's something deeper that you want to connect to. You don't feel comfortable where you're at. This could even be a job. But I feel for a lot of you, this is moving into a new place. Nowadays, we have a lot of people that are living with family. They move back in temporarily. I've done it before to just kind of get yourself back on your feet. And then when you get in there, you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I here? I got to have my own house because I can't do it no more. Some people, it could be 15, 20 people that live in a house, no problem. So for my family, you put 3 of us in a room. And if we don't kill each other in the first, we go through cycles. We try to kill each other the first 15 minutes. Then the next 20 minutes, we love on each other. Then the next 15 minutes, we trying to kill each, because every time somebody comes in, they bring their stuff, their trauma, their damage or whatever. And then we got to get past that one and move to the lovey-dovey. I love you until I want to kill you again. So that's dysfunction at its finest. Some of us, that's our life. We grow up in that. For some of you, you could be coming out of a situation like that. Now, I do see for a few of you that you do feel pulled in a couple of different directions. Like I was saying, for some of you, this could be multiple jobs. This kind of fell on 6 of Cups and on the Ace of Cups. So some of you could be torn between a new person coming in and somebody from the past coming back. For some of you, you want to move towards something deeper. So you could be dealing with somebody that's not giving you everything you need. And you're feeling like, I want something more. This could be in a love relationship. This could even be a friendship or a roommate. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you're looking for something with more of a connection. And you're looking for something that makes you comfortable too. If you're moving, it's like, I got to be somewhere where I'm comfortable. If you're connecting with a person from the past, it's like, I feel some of you are a little bit afraid, but you're looking for something, not a fuck boy, not a fuck girl. You want something that's a little bit, substantial. It has something to it. So for some of you, it comes down to choosing between 2 people moving into April, May. Also, for a few of you, you could be torn between 2 jobs. Some of you are going to be working 2 jobs, and there's a third opportunity that's coming in, and you're like, fuck, am I going to be able to do all this? So for some Cancers, you definitely have new opportunities that are coming in, new job opportunities that are coming in, schooling, going back to school, completing something up. Good news coming in about money. This could be some type of refund, bonus, even settlement. For a few of you, I definitely feel like you're moving out of an environment where you feel crowded or you don't feel comfortable. And you're moving into something where you have more space. And it seems to be a good move for you. Cancers, April 2019 spirit. Cancer, April 2019. All right. So the first thing that comes up is unexpected trouble and a divorce. We got spades cards. So for some of you, you're dealing with a situation where you could be, and I swear to God, this was Gemini, where you're dealing in a toxic environment or a relationship and you feel like you need to move. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign person, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but this really connects more so with Gemini to me. Now, for some of you, it's like you're either separating or divorcing from somebody, but there's delays. Some of you are waiting for money to come through, a new job to come through, a new opportunity to come through, showing that you're working your ass off, workaholic, really trying to figure out, how do I move something forward? Now, it is showing a positive outcome, which means that you do have something that's going to come in and push you through. The obstacle is temporary. Remember what I told you. You're going to hit a wall. It's temporary. The delays, unnecessary worry. Spirit's like, we got you. We're going to move you forward. A lot of you are really, really working hard. There's some spiritual growth that's coming through, Cancers, too. A lot of you are manifesting your money. Use these full moons and these new moons to the best of your ability. Manifest the shit out of what you want, because some of you are coming into a phase that's really, really good, and it's because you manifested it. Now, this doesn't have to be hocus pocus, out there walking around with a candle and butt naked in your neighborhood, getting, eaten up by mosquitoes. No, this could be sitting in your living room on a full moon and saying, I want a better job. I have a better job. I make $50,000. Oh, shit, that's too low, right? Let's go $150,000 a year. We go big or go home, right? If you get half of that, you're still going to be happy. So that's manifesting. It comes to me. It's in my bank account. My bank account is fatter. When I look at my bank account next month, it's going to be so many zeros. After a 5 on that bitch, I'm going to be happy. But we don't want to just say just zeros. We need 5 million in a bank account. Now, I know people say when you manifest, you're supposed to be realistic about it. But I do feel like you can wild out. I don't know what the fuck. There's a lot of power out there. There's a lot of power out there. What if I asked for 500,000 and they were like, we were going to give you 5 million? What the fuck? I fucked myself. So no, I'm going big. I'm going big. For better or for worse, I'll need 5 million. So listen to me, you guys. When you manifest, go out, but be specific. Be specific. Put that dollar sign by it. What you need. So we got spiritual growth. We got good news coming in with money. We got new beginnings. Some of you, be careful. There could be an unexpected expense, but I feel like it has to do with a person or a relationship. Somebody may borrow money from you and not pay you your money back. Don't lend the money if you don't have it to give to this person. I also feel like some of y'all are dealing with emotional problems. This could be a chemical imbalance. I feel like some bipolar. Some of you are not taking your medicine for it. And you could be dealing with a relationship that's really kind of fucking you up because of your hormones. I think the thing about it is, too, you're very intuitive. So some of you are getting red flags and you're like, I feel it. And somebody's playing mind games with you. And you're kind of like, are they playing with me? Am I really seeing this? Is this right? So be careful. Be careful, Cancers. It is showing that there's a lot of roller coastering that's coming in. And I feel like this could be planetary and hormonal for some of you. Some of you definitely are going to be splitting from a relationship and moving forward. Take your time. Take your time. Be careful with one-sided relationships where you're putting in all the energy and you're not really getting anything out. Some of y'all are fucking around with a married person, and that's why it's one-sided. They're taking, and they're not giving back. So be really careful. This person has no intention of leaving their family. If it's a male or a female, they're really not trying to walk away from this person yet because they're a little bit scared and they're tied to the money. So they could be saying, oh, I'm leaving. No, they're not. No, they're not, because they can't take that money with them. They know if they divorce this person or leave this person, that they're not going to be able to take the money. Won't apply to everybody, but for a lot of you, you're fucking around with somebody that has no intentions of walking away from their obligations. And it's because of the money. If they loved you enough, they would leave the money. And that tells you something right there, that they're not going to walk away from that situation. I get it. Stability is everything. But when you're not happy and you're fucking around with people just to be in a financial situation when you know your heart is somewhere else, sometimes you got to cut cords, start that shit over again, build it up again. And it can't happen. I'm divorced. I understand that. But staying in a relationship where you may not be happy, some of y'all are going to be really frustrated at the end of the year because you put a lot of energy into somebody who was not giving you anything back. Be careful with your heart cancers. All right, you guys? I love you.